Good afternoon and welcome to the Public Service Commission of South Carolina. It is Thursday, November 3rd at 2 p.m. and we are here for our regular business meeting. Let's take a roll call of commissioners. Joining us virtually, we have Commissioner Irvin. Present in the hearing room, we have Commissioner J. Williams, Vice Chair Powers, Commissioner Thomas, Commissioner C. Williams, Commissioner Caston, and Chair Belser. Before we begin, please join me for a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. Mr. Scarborough.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good afternoon, Vice Chair Powers and Commissioners. The first order of business is to set the next Commission business meeting. Staff recommends that the next regularly scheduled meeting be held on Thursday, November 10th at 2 p.m.
We will set the next business meeting for Thursday, November 10th at 2 p.m.
Thank you. Today we have 12 items on our utilities agenda and 9 items on the motor carrier agenda. Item number 1 on the utilities agenda is in docket number 1997-380C, which is the request for approval of the 6th and 7th amendments to the interconnection agreement between Bell South Telecommunications, LLC, doing business as AT&T South Carolina, and Fusion Cloud Services, LLC.
Commissioners, we've heard agenda item 1 is described by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Irvin.
Thank you. I move that the Commission approve the 6th and 7th amendments to the interconnection agreement between Bell South Telecommunications, LLC, doing business as AT&T South Carolina, and Fusion Cloud Services, LLC. So moved.
Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Irvin. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams?
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers?
Aye.
Commissioner C. Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 2 is in docket number 2001-204C. This is a request for approval of the 17th Amendment to the interconnection agreement between Bell South Telecommunications, LLC, doing business as AT&T South Carolina, and Matrix Telecom, LLC, et al.
Commissioners, we've heard the agenda item described by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Irvin.
Thank you. I move that the Commission approve the 17th Amendment to the interconnection agreement between Bell South Telecommunications, doing business as AT&T South Carolina, and Matrix Telecom, LLC. So moved.
Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Irvin. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll have a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams?
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers?
Aye.
Commissioner C. Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 3 is in docket number 2021-130S. This concerns a letter received on October 10, 2022, confirming the completion of the transfer of the Northwood Sewer System from South Carolina Water Utilities Incorporated to the City of Orangeburg Department of Public Utilities on October the 1st, 2022, and a request to close the docket.
Commissioners, with regard to agenda item 3, is there a motion?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner J. Williams.
Madam Chair, fellow commissioners, South Carolina Water Utilities Incorporated indicated by letter filed with the Commission on October 10th, 2022, that the City of Orangeburg Department of Public Utilities took possession of the sanitary sewer system serving the Northwood subdivision on October 1st, 2022. As such, I move that the Commission close this docket now that the transfer is complete. So moved.
Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner J. Williams. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Irvin.
I would like to commend the parties and their attorneys for the hard work that they did in completing this transaction. I support the motion. Thank you.
Thank you for those comments, Commissioner Irvin. Anything else? Any other discussion? We'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner J. Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers.
Aye.
Commissioner C. Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
The chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Item number 4 is in docket number 2022-168A, which involves the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act and related grants made available to utilities for infrastructure improvements. This is a request for the Office of Regulatory Staff to recommend future action for docket number 2022-168A.
With regard to agenda item 4, described by Mr. Scarborough, is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Thomas.
on May 9th, 2022, the Office of Regulatory Staff requested that the Commission open an administrative docket to consider the Infrastructure and Jobs Act federal funding. The Commission opened this docket on May 11, 2022. By Commission Order Number 2022-413, dated June the 9th, 2022, the Commission established a procedural schedule for any interested person or for any electric, natural gas, water, and wastewater public utility, also known as a regulated utility, to provide written comments and reply comments. The time period for comments has expired, and the Commission is ready to proceed to the next steps in this docket. Therefore, the Commission asks that the Office of Regulatory Staff, as the initiating party for this docket, as well as other interested parties, make recommendations for next steps in this docket within no later than 30 days. So move.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Thomas. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote. Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers.
Aye.
Commissioner C. Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
The chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Item number 5 is in docket number 2022-239E, which is a motion for admission pro hoc vici of Edward Brett Breitschwert, Esquire, filed on behalf of Duke Energy Carolinas, LLC.
With regard to agenda item 5, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Caston.
I move that the Commission grant admission pro hoc vici of Edward Brett Breitschwert, Esquire, filed on behalf of Duke Energy Carolinas, LLC.
Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Caston. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers.
Aye.
Commissioner C. Williams.
I vote aye.
And the chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Item number 6 is in docket number 2022-188EC, but this item has been removed as a result of Standing Hearing Officer Directive Order number 2022-115-H. Item number 7 appears in docket number 2011-203E. This is a request for approval of the amended and restated contract for electric service between Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated and the Boeing Company, along with a request for confidential treatment.
With regard to agenda item 7, is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Thomas.
I move that the Commission approve the amended and restated contract for electric service between Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated and the Boeing Company, and also approve the request for confidential treatment.
Commissioners, we've heard Commissioner Thomas's motion. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote. Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers.
Aye.
Commissioner C. Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston. Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
The chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Item number 8 appears in docket number 2022-221E, which involves correspondence from Duke Energy Carolinas LLC notifying the commission of the amended purchase and sale agreement for property in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Commissioners, we've heard agenda item 8 as described by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Vice Chair Powers.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that the commission accept for information the letter of Duke Energy Carolinas LLC notifying the commission of the change in the purchase price for the sale and transfer of property located at 401 South College Street to Millennium Venture Capital, which was previously approved by the commission, order number 2022-535. DEC and Millennium Venture Capital have agreed to reduce the sales price by $3 million due to changes in the market conditions. I move the commission modify its order number 2022-535 issued on August 11, 2022 to reflect a new and revised sale price of $24 million for the real property located at 401 South College Street in Charlotte, North Carolina. There is no other change to the commission order number 2022-535. The Office of Regulatory Staff and other interested stakeholders shall continue to have the right to review this property sale in a future general rate case or other appropriate proceedings. The letter notifying the commission of a change in sales price does not impact or does not make any determination concerning losses, if any, associated with this sale that will be addressed in a future general rate case or other proceeding. In fact, DEC states that the company does not intend to seek recovery of the losses associated with the sale of this property from customers. I further note that DEC does not advise of any change in the $20.3 million appraised value of this real property. I so move.
Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Vice Chair Powers. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Vice Chair Powers.
Vote aye.
Commissioner C. Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 9 appears in docket number 2019-386E. This is Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated's revised Exhibit 2 of the services agreement between Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated and Dominion Privatization South Carolina LLC.
Before we have a motion, I would like to note that I am recused in this docket and have been since I've been on the commission, and therefore will not be voting on this matter. Commissioners, we've heard item 9. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner C. Williams.
thank you. I move that the commission accept and approve the revised Exhibit 2 of the services agreement between Dominion Energy South Carolina, Inc. and Dominion Privatization South Carolina, LLC.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner C. Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers.
Aye.
The motion carries.
Item number 10 is in docket number ND-2022-30E. Staff presents for commission consideration the appointment of a technical advisory team for the Renewable Energy and Emerging Energy Technologies Integration Study.
With regard to agenda item 10, as described by Mr. Scarborough, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Williams.
Thank you. South Carolina Code annotated section 58-37-60 authorizes the Commission and the Office of Regulatory Staff to initiate an independent study to evaluate the integration of renewable energy and emerging energy technologies into the electric grid. The study is to evaluate what is required of electrical utilities to integrate increased levels of renewable energy and emerging energy technologies into the electric grid while maintaining economic, reliable, and safe operation of the electricity grid in a manner consistent with the public interest. to aid in the development of the scope of the study and to provide comments on a draft report before the report is finalized as required by the statute. I move that the Commission authorize the creation of a Technical Advisory Team, or TAT. The Technical Advisory Team will provide a significant experience and diverse perspectives that are critical to completing the study in a manner consistent with the public interest. I further move that the following representatives be invited to join the Technical Advisory Team. Because the statute requires the study to be based on the balancing areas of each electrical utility, we invite the following balancing area authorities: Dominion Energy South Carolina, Duke Energy Progress LLC, Duke Energy Carolinas LLC, the South Carolina Public Service Authority. To each designate a representative to participate on the Technical Advisory Team. Acknowledging that the South Carolina Electric Cooperatives provide electrical service to 1.5 million South Carolinians in all 46 counties, we invite Mike Smith, Vice President of Business and Technology Strategy of Electric Cooperatives of South Carolina, Mark Serchik, Chief Operating Officer and Senior Vice President of Corporate Strategy for Central Electric Cooperative, or a designee from each of these organizations. Recognizing that 21 municipal electric utilities provide service to 7% of South Carolina's electric customers, we invite Andy Butcher, General Manager of Piedmont Municipal Power Agency and South Carolina Association of Municipal Power Systems, or a designee from each of these organizations. Because Lockhart serves portions of 5 upstate counties, we invite Brian Stone, President of Lockhart Power Company, or a designee. A workshop conducted in accordance with a Commission directive was held in August of 2022 that incorporated stakeholder input concerning the composition of the Technical Advisory Team. In response, we invite the following to represent a variety of renewable energy and emerging energy technologies: Hamilton Davis, Vice President of Markets and Regulatory Affairs of Southern Current; Eddie Moore, Energy Senior Program Director of Coastal Conservation League; Elizabeth A. Kress, Board Chair of the South Carolina Biomass Council; Kathy Andrews, Executive Director of Blue Ridge Environmental Defense League, or a designee from each of these organizations. In addition, workshop responses identified specific groups whose role is of great importance to the South Carolina utility economy. We invite the following companies and trade organizations to designate a representative: BMW Manufacturing, Volvo Cars, Nucor Steel South Carolina, Walmart, Upstate South Carolina Alliance. To support other state agency and university initiatives that are similarly aligned, we invite the following agencies to designate a representative: South Carolina Department of Transportation, South Carolina Office of Resilience, South Carolina Department of Commerce, South Carolina Office of Regulatory Staff, Clemson University, University of South Carolina. The Commission staff is to take the necessary action to facilitate the creation and composition of the Technical Advisory Team. I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner C. Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing
Madam
Commissioner
Chair,
J. Williams.
may I be heard?
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Williams, would you be willing to make what I would consider a friendly amendment?
I'm sure I'm open to it. I'd love to hear more.
On paragraph 7, would you be offended by adding South Carolina State University?
That is interesting that you asked that. I asked our staff about that idea. What I will tell you is that there was a request, and there was the fit with the studies that they're doing did not seem to be as aligned as some of our other HBCUs, and they followed up with some other colleges as well. So that's a long way to say I would not be offended at all, but also to say there has been discussion about that inclusion.
With South Carolina State?
I don't know any more than that, but that they were considered, and I wanted you to know that. But I'm happy to add them to this motion.
Okay, I would appreciate that.
Okay.
Commissioners, any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote on the motion as amended. Commissioner C. Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers.
Aye.
The chair votes aye. The motion as amended carries.
Item number 11 is in dockets number 2022-93E and 2022-97E. This is a motion by the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources to withdraw as counsel of record Shannon Bobberts, Esquire.
Commissioners, we've heard the agenda item 11 identified by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Thomas,
I move that the commission accept the withdrawal as counsel of record filed by Shannon Bobberts, Esquire, on behalf of South Carolina Department of Natural Resources.
thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Thomas. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers,
Aye.
Commissioner C. Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 12 is in docket number 2022-303WS, which is a request from Blue Granite Water Company for the commission to stay all proceedings in this docket.
Commissioners, with regard to agenda item 12, is there a motion?
I'd like to make a motion, Madam Chair.
Vice Chair Powers,
I move that the commission grant Blue Granite's Water Company's request for the commission to stay all proceedings.
thank you, Vice Chair. With regard to the motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Vice Chair Powers.
Vote aye.
Commissioner C. Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Madam Chair, that completes the utilities agenda before the commission. So moving on to the motor carrier agenda, items number 1 through 7 are requests for Class C certificates. Staff recommends that items 1 through 7 be taken together, and I will review them for the commission. Item number 1 appears in docket number 2022-331T, which is the application of First Class Motor Coach LLC for a Class C charter bus certificate. Item number 2 is in docket number 2022-332T. This is the application of Palmetto Rides and Transportation LLC for a Class C charter certificate. Item number 3 is in docket number 2022-333T, which is the application of Belongo Pierre Mupati for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item number 4 is in docket number 2022-334T, which is the application of España Service and Transport LLC for a Class C taxi certificate. Item number 5 is in docket number 2022-336T, which is the application of T&J Transportation Services LLC for a Class C charter certificate. Item number 6 is in docket number 2022-337T, which is the application of Coastal Motor Coach LLC for Class C charter bus certificate. And item number 7 is in docket number 2022-338T, which is the application of Joppa Ed LLC for a Class C non-emergency certificate.
Commissioners, with regard to transportation agenda items 1 through 7, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Caston,
I move that the commission approve the applications for Class C certificates in item numbers 1 through 7 as listed by Mr. Scarborough.
Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Caston. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote. Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers,
Aye.
Commissioner C. Williams.
Aye.
The chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Item number 8 is in docket number 2022-392T, which is a request of Boyd's, the Exclusive Car Service LLC, to cancel Class C Charter Certificate number 9412.
With regard to transportation agenda item 8 that has been identified by Mr. Scarborough, is there a motion?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
Thank you. I move that the commission grant the request of the Boyds, the Exclusive Car Service LLC, to cancel Class C Charter Certificate number 9412.
With regard to the motion from Commissioner Williams, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote. Commissioner C. Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers.
Aye.
The chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Item number 9 is in docket number 2022-246T. This is a request of All In Time Transit Limited Company for an extension of time to comply with commission rules and regulations.
With regard to transportation agenda item 9, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Caston,
I move that the commission grant the request of All In Time Transit Limited Company for an extension of 90 days until February 1st, 2023 to comply with the commission's rules and regulations for a Class C taxi motor carrier.
Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Caston. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner J. Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers,
I vote aye.
Commissioner C. Williams.
Aye.
The chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Madam Chair and Commissioners, this concludes all business noticed before the commission today.
Thank you, Mr. Scarborough. Our next business meeting is scheduled for Thursday, November 10th at 2 p.m. Wish everybody a good afternoon. And with that, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.